Hello everybody, this is Carmen here with Elemental Designs, and before I start showing you guys the silicone molds that I received, I just wanted to touch base with you real quick because this Wednesday that just passed, I was unable to do a live stream because I kind of messed up my phone trying to upgrade it into a newer Android version. I successfully upgraded the phone, but when it came to the actual app that I needed to use to record, I kept getting like these little glitches, so I pretty much had to revert my phone back to its original form. So right now, that's the reason why I haven't been able to film, because I was pretty much for the past couple days just trying to fix my phone back so that it actually functions. So for the most part, that was that. So I shall be on this Saturday, and I will be taking over what I was going to do last Wednesday, which is making the paper dresses. So I do hope that you tune in, and it'll be at 6 p.m. as usual. Without further ado, now to show you guys what I've gotten. So I've ordered some molds. As most of you guys know, I did the do-it-yourself cold porcelain recipe. I made a video on that so that you guys can make your own clay. And I also showed you guys how to kind of go ahead and make your own molds. Now, obviously there are some things that you don't have, so you can mold it. So therefore, for those things, I went ahead and ordered some molds from AliExpress. My very first time making a purchase from them, and I must say that I did get the supplies rather quickly, although I am still kind of waiting for about 6 or 7 of the molds that I ordered. So without further ado, I want to show you guys the molds that I got. And let me just try to get some paper that is color friendly and hopefully will allow me to show you guys the detail of each of these molds. So we have this one, which is a flower mold, and it has 6 flowers. And these are the flowers that I molded. Now I haven't got a chance to mold all the different molds that I received. This is a painted version of that flower, but I did mold some. And I'm really happy with this mold here, with this flower mold. I really do like the way that the flowers came out. And there's this little teeny one right here. So I really did like the way the flowers came out. And this is one that I painted with some metallic paints, and I painted the center. And what I did with this one is I kind of allowed it to dry like 75% of the way. And then I popped it out, and then I snipped it in between each petal so that I can actually maneuver the petal a little bit. And then I just let it air dry kind of out of the mold. And then these are the ones that dried inside of the mold. And this is just a few of the flowers. Now for this one, I don't think I added enough of the clay in there, so I am kind of missing like a little piece there, but I was just kind of excited and a little bit too anxious to try them out because I wanted to see if they molded well. But overall, I'm kind of happy with it. And this is the teeniest one. It's like a little dot. But if you can see the size of my finger, then you can kind of see more or less how big they are. So they do have a good size, and you can use these kinds of flowers for all kinds of things, all different kinds of embellishments, centers. I mean, you can color them whatever color you like to use with any kind of project, you know, that you need at the time. So that's those, and that's that one. I also got this one, which I really like. And I know that I can pretty much use this mold in all different kinds of projects, from antique to shabby. I mean, pretty much you can incorporate this into almost anything. So I really did like the detail of it. The size wise is pretty good. If I can find myself a ruler, I will tell you guys more or less how big it is. Oh, I got measuring tape here. Give me 1 second. So in inches, let's see, we're looking about 3.5, a little bit, yeah, about 3.5, give or take. And then in height, you're looking at about 1 3/4 inches in height and length. And this is one that I cleaned up mostly, and I clipped all the little trimmings off of the sides. And this is how this one kind of came out. So it's very dimensional, and then you can kind of paint them in any way that you like. So I got this one, and I will be hopefully bringing you guys some videos where I'm actually using some of these and incorporating them into different projects and cards and stuff like that. So, and then I got this one. It's got all these different birds on it, and the size of this one is, it's about a 3-inch mold. by like 2¼ inch molds, and the birds are teeny tiny. They're about 3/4 inch in length, and some are smaller. So you get all these different molds of birds. Now, what I am going to say, if you do find yourself seeing this mold and you're like, oh, you know what, I saw Carmen and I'm going to buy this, or you saw this mold somewhere else, one little thing that I do want to just let you know is that these little legs are impossible to get into with the clay. Okay, I have some clay here, and even when you get in with the clay, for the most part, they don't mold properly. So I'm just going to advise you not to worry too much about the legs, unless it's something that you must have because you're just a stickler like that and you just need to have these legs because birds have legs, and so your mold needs to have legs. Then by all means try it. But I honestly didn't care for it too much. I got my hair in there. I didn't really care for it too much for how the legs come out, because they're either deformed or pretty much non-existent. So you can just kind of worry about the actual form of the bird, the actual body and wings of the birds, not so much the legs, and that way you'll be happier and you won't make yourself insane. And that's that one. And hopefully the green paper is not overkill, but I mean, it's got really nice dimension, and when you clean up, you know, if you clean up all the other areas, you'll have a nice, you know, you'll be left with a nice piece. So for everything else, I do like it, but just the legs, I really don't like. I don't care for it. Now, my do not buy, I warn you, do not buy, is this thing right here. You're gonna see this. This is the baby mold. I don't know if you can see that well. On the camera, it looks like he's sucking his thumb, but the reality is that he's not. He's just got a very deformed mouth. He's got these little beady eyes that just look terrible. I hate this mold. The baby form, for the most part, does come out, but you're going to have to work at it. So if you're somebody that doesn't work with clay, for example, or doesn't know how to work with clay, you are going to find yourself in a heck of a, you know, having a heck of a time to kind of work this clay out. Let me see if I can kind of show you guys just a little bit of what I mean as far as this face situation. I mean, he really looks like an alien baby. I really didn't like it. The one thing that I did like was the hair. It did have a nice set of hair, but the face is just ridiculous. I mean, it's a very ugly face for a baby. So everything else is fine though. The way that the hands come out is okay. The way that the back comes out, it could be a little bit better. The face is what kills it for me. So I was gonna be doing a fairy jar, which is why I got these, because I wanted to turn these little babies into fairies, but I don't want them to be monster fairies. I want them to be cute little baby fairies. So that didn't work for me. So I mean, if you want to go ahead and try it and maybe you'll get a better molds, go ahead. But I put this on my Instagram and everybody was just like, yuck. And honestly, I don't blame them. I felt the same exact way. I mean, I even started the picture by saying, like, I don't even think I like this. What do you guys kind of think? And everybody was just like, no, 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 terrible. So even though I try to work the clay, work the face a little bit, and I did get the face to a point where I was like, okay, maybe I can deal with this. At the end of the day, it's just too much work. The point of getting a mold so that you don't have to do so much work. So on that note, this was about $1 and some change, and it was not worth it. I could have just threw my dollar out the window for that. So I was not happy. Now I bought this one. This is like a little cabochon piece, and this one I do like, and I'll show you guys what this kind of looks like. Okay, I kind of put the impression in there too quickly. Let me just turn this around and kind of push this in, and hopefully that'll help me get a nice impression. And yes, it did. So this is a peony, I believe is what they said. I'm not really good with flower names, but it's very dimensional. It's very dimensional. Don't mind the little white. That's just for me putting cold porcelain into the molds. Will it fix itself there we go. So it's very dimensional. I did like this a lot, and I think it'll make really pretty cabochons. So I did like this one, and again, this is in the $1 and change range. It wasn't very expensive at all. And the size of this mold is, you're looking about 1.5 inches. And I'm not measuring the base, I'm just measuring what the actual piece that you're gonna get by like 1 inch. So I mean, it's a pretty good size, and you can probably get away with filling it in with different color clays and stuff like that. So I really like that one. This baby one I don't like. So let's see, I haven't tried any of these, and this one's a set of butterflies, so I haven't even tested it yet, so this should be interesting. Get this clay down, and I really did like how this one looked. When I received it, it looks very nice and clean, so overall I can say that I'm thinking that this is going to come out really good. So let me just go ahead and place my clay in here. And just kind of push that in there. Maybe I can just show you guys like that. So it does make a really good impression of a butterfly. You're gonna have to clean up, you know, obviously all the surrounding edges, but again, if you let this dry about 75% of the way, then it is gonna start to curve on its own, and then you'll get a more dimensional looking butterfly. But not bad, not bad. And then you could pretty much paint those little details as you wish. And this one's a little bit smaller. Let's see how their smallest one kind of looks. And that's just kind of pushed into the mold. So, you know, very dimensional overall. So I'll be looking forward to playing with that. And then what else do I have here? Okay, I have this one. I haven't even opened this one up. And this is of a rose. A rose, I believe, with some roses. I haven't even tried this, so hopefully this one works well. I might need a little bit more clay for this one. Let me just get this in there. Now, if you're gonna use this, obviously if you're gonna make like something like a rose or a flower, you might want to start off with something that's white, unless you're purposefully going to be painting over a lot of these, you know, little details. Like this has leaves and stuff like that. So okay, I'll have to see how this looks after I'm done with it, like completely done with it. But it does give you a nice elevated area. It does give you some nice raised petals. So I'll have to see what it actually looks like once I actually make some pieces. So once I get some of these actually done in cold porcelain, then I'll let them air dry. Then I'll come back to show you guys what I've made. So that's that one. And then this one is of a paper dress. I'm not a paper dress. I got paper dress on the brain. So let's see. This is of a paper dress, and I absolutely fell in love with this form. Now let me tell you guys real quick how long it is. It is about 2.5 inches, and at the widest is about 1.5 inches. Okay. Just kind of folding this in here and working this clay into this mold so that I can get hopefully the whole thing in there. Just pushing at it. But this is going to be absolutely beautiful once I'm able to clean this up. Very clean from what I can see, even on this very quick demo. This is going to be very easy to clean around the edges, and I do like the look of how this looks. So this is definitely a 10 for me. So if you guys see this, go ahead and get that. You're going to have lots of fun with that one. And then I got this one. You guys know that I love things to do with the sea. So I could not pass this one up. So hopefully on my list of things to get next are fishes. I saw a mermaid tail, but I think that the mermaid tail that I made was a lot better than the mermaid tail mold that I saw them have. But they also have mermaid tails. And again, this is all ranging in $1 and change, $2. I think that the most that I paid for any of these is like $2 and change. Which I wasn't really comparing prices. I just wanted to buy some molds. So I figured, you know what, let me just go with Ali, since a lot of people are always referring it to me. So a very nice anchor. Very nice anchor. And it's got a nice size to it as well. And I hope that me showing you guys with this red clay is doing it justice. Because in person it just looks really, really nice. But I don't know if doing it with this red clay on film and showing you guys the details properly. Now this is really cute. Really, really, really cute. I could even see this being like almost like using it like a gear if you wanted to. And just doing a whole bunch of these and making like something steampunkish. So that would be really, really cool. If you have some tools for working with clay, then you could very easily clean up a lot of these, you know, different edges and stuff like that. So that's my molds for today. And yeah, I just wanted to come on here and show you guys. I'm going to try to see if I can get the links of where I got them, and then I'll list them down below. I'm even going to list the baby, but again, be forewarned that this baby that I bought is not the greatest baby. If you guys know of a place that sells a better mold to make a baby, I'm really, really interested in finding something that actually molds a cute baby, not no abnormal looking baby. So please let me know in the description down below, and stay tuned, because like I said, I'm gonna be hopefully making some videos where you know, showing you guys some of these pieces once they're all, you know, done and painted, and I get to show you guys more or less what they look like in real life. Let me know if you've ordered some of these already, or if not, and what do you think about the ones that you've ordered, if you like them, if it's a keeper or not. If you have any links to share, then I would greatly appreciate it if you would share them in your comment down below as well, because you never know who's on the search, and you know, one hand washes the other. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned. I have some shares to do next of my last entries that I received. And yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow. We're going to be doing a paper dress. Bye for now.